the story that we like to tell about Bitcoin mining, it is the ideal tool to accumulate Bitcoin. If you are an efficient operator of Bitcoin mining, you are effectively purchasing Bitcoin at a discount to market by virtue of your cost of production. If you're an efficient operator with low cost. And what I'm interested in is, pitching that story kind of going forward to institutions that are looking at getting into Bitcoin. Mining is your tool to get into Bitcoin mining, or investing in miners is your tool to get into Bitcoin. So I think, for those that have a longer term outlook, to those that have had reserve capital, been waiting at the sidelines, when you see a downturn like this, it is a potentially an interesting time to get involved in the industry in some way. And I'll add, I don't think the debt markets are slowing down. I think we still see debt deals getting done, miner-backed loans, infrastructure-backed loans, etc. So I think that capital will still be available, although I think it is getting a little more expensive.
Yeah, I think you're right. I was following one of the VCs I follow on Twitter was telling me that, and data shows that VC balance sheets and cash are at an all-time high. So there's a lot of capital to deploy, but I think the general macro environment with the equity sell-off, you see the Fed hiking interest rates, it's a bear market. It certainly is. Bitcoin has held up nicely, with a lot of the recent macro news that has taken place. I mean, this year has been nothing short of wild. Everything that you couldn't have imagined has happened, it seems, with a war and economic crises.
Been insane.
Yeah, the Luna, entering the fixture and collapsing of a stable coin, and that unfortunately was tied to Bitcoin because they used the LFG association used their reserves to buy Bitcoin, but Bitcoin survived that sell-off. So if anything, it signaled a lot of strength for Bitcoin. But you were just
just to sorry to interrupt real quick, but you mentioned bear market. If we are entering a prolonged bear market now, I have no idea to know if that's the case or not. But no matter what, in my view, Bitcoin, if you're a Bitcoin mining operator, it is important to always be scaling. And when you enter downturns in the market, that's when hash rate gets cheaper, and that tends to be the best time to expand and grow your operations. Riot got itself to the position it is because we were raising money and buying hash rate when COVID was first hitting the world. Bitcoin was crashing to 3,500, but we were committed to this. We were committed to our mission. We were committed to our long-term view on Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining. So we wanted to raise money and continue to accumulate hash rate. And from our experience, it's important to continue doing that. Now, when you enter a bear market, that could have impacts on your cost of capital or availability of capital. Nonetheless, when prices of hash rate starts going down and supply of machines starts increasing, that's really the ideal time to be growing your operations. So didn't mean to interrupt you, just wanted to add that.
No, I agree. I think, miners are super unique because, a company like Riot, when you look at your Bitcoin break-even costs, it could be 10,000 or less, right? Likely less. I mean, a lot of that's factored in, by the difficulty and price of Bitcoin itself, and then your energy costs, which is a majority of your running operational expenditures. So I totally agree with you. But miners are in a unique position up front because in a bear market, if we are in a bear market, right, we're making money. In a sideways market, we make money. So it is the best time to build. And we are seeing, from the Blockware front, cheap rigs available, right?